Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for the Pencrest Choir.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to a special presentation of Pencrest Lions football. It's homecoming weekend, and while the selection of the 2017 homecoming court will be taking place at halftime, we've still got a football game to be played. I'm Jake Scully, along with my partner Bobby Neal. And Bobby, this is a very important game for Pencrest, as wins in their final two games against Lower Merion tonight and Radnor next week would likely put the Lions into the district playoffs. Coming off a victory against Conestoga last week, what do you think are some of the keys to Pencrest getting another win tonight?
I think some of the keys to tonight's game, Jake, is I think they should keep up with the run game that they did before in the past. That has helped them a lot to win some of these games in the past game, and especially the offensive line as well.
Some very good points, Bobby. Last year when Pencrest played Lower Merion, Pencrest scored 54 points and only allowed 15 in a huge blowout victory. Let's see if they can do the same this year.
That would be great, Jake.
Lower Merion won the toss and elected to receive. Pencrest in red jerseys, black pants, Lower Merion in white jerseys and white pants. The head coaches, Brian Scopoliti for Lower Merion, Andrew Pigeon for Pencrest.
Jaden Helton back for Lower Merion.
So Kevin Mills will be the one kicking off
for
from the
Pencrest.
40-yard line.
Return,
Jaden Helton will be
Mills.
back for Lower Merion. Pencrest 2-6 on the year. Lower Merion is 1-7. Mills goes back, he sets, and we are underway from Lewis Scott Stadium. Helton will field the kick. It's a short kick. He's across the 20-yard line. He's close to the 30-yard line and gets tripped up at the 29.
Return brings it out across the 30-yard line.
So starting at quarterback will be Merrick DiAlonso, a senior and captain of the team. Not only is he a multi-sport athlete, as he aspires to play baseball in college, but is very dedicated in the classroom, taking multiple AP and honors classes. Alongside DiAlonso are senior tailback Elijah Smith and playmaking receivers Jalen Goodman and Deion Davis.
First and 10 for the Aces. Merrick DeLonzo, quarterback for Lower Merion.
So on the first play of the game, Lower Merion will go in the pistol. Elijah Smith in the backfield. Play action. He throws, and it's caught by Jalen Helton for a first down, a gain of 12 yards.
That was a good play by the Aces, Jake, from DiAlonso to get the pass off to get the first down.
Aces pick up 13.
So on the first play, already picking up a new set of downs.
First and 10, ball on the 43.
Once again, Elijah Smith in the backfield, and once again, Lower Merion will go in the pistol. One safety for Pencrest. He will roll right under pressure. He throws into traffic, and it's incomplete. Nice play by Chris Mills.
Pass is incomplete. Helton.
That was a really good job by the Lions defense to get quarterback pressure on DiAlonso for him to get that incomplete pass.
And let's hope they can keep it up on these next two downs, huh?
I hope so.
Second and 10 for the Aces. Ball on their own 43.
So on second down, David Greenwood is out to DiAlonso's right out wide, just inside the numbers. Another throw, and its throw is thrown inaccurately. It was intended for Greenwood. And a nice defensive play by the Lions. It's third down.
Yes, it was, Jake. Two great defensive stops in a row on a long third down. Hopefully they can stop them to force the fourth down and get good field position.
On third and long, do you think they bring a blitz, or do you think they play back in coverage?
No, I think they go for the blitz and try and get pressure on DiAlonso to force another incompletion or maybe a good sack.
On third down and 10, they're going to go with three receivers to DiAlonso's right to one to his left. Pencrest has two safeties back. They're going to rolling right, immediate pressure. D'Alonzo throws, and it's caught, but nowhere near the first down. It was Johnny Halley making the reception, and Lower Merion will be forced to punt.
That was great D by the Lions defense right there to force the blitz on D'Alonzo for him to throw a short pass to set up a 4th down.
So Marique D'Alonzo will not only be playing quarterback, he'll also be punting for Lower Merion.
Brings up 4th down for the Aces. Aces to shuffle the deck.
So 4th down and 9. The punt is away off the right foot of D'Alonzo, and it'll be caught by Mahalik, who gets across the 30-yard line, has a few blocks, and makes a nice move to get just short of the 40-yard line to the 38. And Pencrest will get their first drive on offense.
That was a really good punt return by Caleb Mahalik to get them some really good field position at their own 41, 42-yard line.
So out comes the senior quarterback, Chris Mills, who will be splitting time with fellow senior Chris Cello throughout this game. But the true star for the Lions is workhorse running back Caleb Mahalik, who comes tonight with 519 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns, 17th in the county. So on the first play of the game, Pencrest will go with the pistol. It looks like a full house set. Mahalik's in the backfield. They're going to go with him on the pitch, and a nice defensive play. And it'll gain, it looks like a gain of nothing, possibly a loss of yards. 2nd down and 10.
Ryan Gillum on
that was really good by the Aces defense to stop Caleb Mahalik from getting a big gain.
Second and 9.
So on 2nd down, Chris Mills will be this exact same formation. Chris Mills with 2 players right next to him. They're going to give it to Mahalik once again, this time up the middle, and a nice play by Caleb Mahalik just short of the 1st down. He gets past the 45-yard line, setting up a 3rd and short.
That was a really good fake by Chris Mills to hand the ball off to Caleb Mahalik for him to get that big gain and make it a short 3rd and 1.
And on 3rd and 1, can you see Andrew Pigeon calling any play except giving the ball to Mahalik again?
I would keep running the ball, actually. If I were Coach Pigeon, I would keep doing what he's doing now, keep running the ball.
On 3rd down, 2 receivers out wide. They're going to give it to G. Antonelli, the up back, and he'll fight his way for a 1st down.
G. Antonelli on the carry.
And it looks like he got it, at least from our perspective, and a nice run by Antonelli.
That was a good force by Antonelli to get the first.
And Rubin on the stop.
And we're going to have a short delay, and the refs are signaling to stop play.
It looks like they're going to measure and see if Antonelli got the 1st down or not.
Officials call for a measurement.
It looks like from our angle he got it. It's very, very close.
You're right, Jake. It was really close. If he doesn't get it, I would say it would at least be maybe 3rd in inches.
You mean 4th in inches, but of course they would go for it if it's just short of the marker because it would be about an inch to go. And he is just short, inches short.
Lions just short of the 1st down.
So on 4th down, it looks like they're going to go for it again. They're going to go for it on 4th down, which is the right decision in this case, with less than a yard to go.
Yeah, and I think the way that the running game has been going so far, it's been going pretty good for them. I think they should run the ball again up the middle.
So the refs will take some time to move the chains back to the sidelines, and in the meantime, Pencrest is facing a 4th down and 1, as we just said.
Fourth and inches for Pencrest.
So they're going to go with the same formation again. 2 receivers out wide. Sam Sav is out wide. Caleb Mahalik in the backfield. Lower Merion showing blitz. And Chris Mills is going to keep it himself, and he's right at the marker, and it looks like on that 2nd effort he got the 1st down, and he did. A nice run, a nice strong run by Chris Mills.
That was a nice read option right there to Chris Mills for the Lions to get the 1st down at around the 49-yard line.
1st and 10 for the Lions. Ball on their own, 49.
So we're seeing a formation that Pencrest doesn't seem to usually run, but they've been running it on every single play on offense. They're going to go with Caleb Mahalik, and he gets past midfield, a gain of about 4 yards, setting up 2nd down and 6.
So far, the Lions' running game has actually been a pretty big factor so far. Even though, he's getting little yards, it keeps them going forward. And if they keep this up, they could potentially try and score on this long drive.
And of course, Pencrest's always been a running football team, but this defense allowed almost 400 yards against Ridley last week in a blowout loss. So this has to be a big part of their game plan. A pitch to Caleb Mahalik. He's going to get across the 45 and a nice cutback move to get to the 1st down and crosses the 40.
Right side. Pencrest picks up the 1st down.
That was a pretty good run right there by Caleb Mahalik. I think he has about 3 carries for about 15, maybe close to 20 yards.
So the trainers are getting onto the field. And there's an injured player down, and it's Caleb Mahalik. What do you think this injury could be?
It could either be maybe an ankle strain, an ankle sprain, maybe a tightness in his leg, or maybe something in his running foot.
Well, that would be horrible news for us if he got injured. I mean, he's the main part of our offense. Simply, our offense flows through him, and if he's out, that would be a devastating loss.
You're right, Jake. It would be a devastating loss. Even though with Mahalik, if he isn't injured, that would be bad for the Lions offense because he's a huge factor on this run game so far.
Well,
ladies and gentlemen, let's
he's
hear it for
walking
Caleb Mahalik.
under his own power, and let's hope he's okay. So he's going to have to sit out at least this play.
He probably just got the wind blown at him.
And that's possible as well. So less than 8 minutes to go in the 1st quarter. A new set of downs for Pencrest. They're going to go with an empty backfield with Mahalik out of the game with an injury. They're going to motion a man to the backfield, and a flag is down. That's probably going to be either a false start or an illegal motion on Pencrest. That was John Cosgrove, the man in motion.
Full start, offense. Still 1st down.
So on the first play with Mahalik out of the game, it results in a penalty, the first of the game for either team.
Found a pair of keys in the men's bathroom.
Clock is running, 7.5 to go in the first.
It's a set of keys.
1st down and 15 at the Lower Merion 44-yard line. Cosgrove in the backfield. They're going to give it to Cosgrove, and he's going to get a couple of yards back, but not much. A nice play by the Lower Merion defensive front.
Yes, Jake. It was a pretty good run by the defense, by the Aces, to stop Cosgrove from getting even more yards on that run play right there.
Xavier Stockman on the stop.
So again, Pencrest has been running the ball the entire drive. Do you expect that there could possibly be a big play in store soon, or do you think they're going to keep running the football?
The way that the Lions offense has been going so far, I would expect them to keep running the ball, but maybe one play they could have a big pass play.
Mills is back, the first pass of the game, but he's going to get out of the pocket, and he's going to get close to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to set up a 3rd down and long. And again, Chris Mills is a great athlete. So is Chris Cello. And they have a lot of versatility out of the backfield with both their quarterbacks and their running backs.
And I think them two are a really big factor to this offense right here, including Caleb Mahalik and John Cosgrove.
Third and 11 for the Lions.
So on 3rd down and 11, Sam Sabb is outside. They're going to go with one safety, Lower Merion is. Mills is back. He's got a lot of time. He's throwing, and it is. Is it caught by Aiden Kami? It is dropped. It's 4th down. And Pencrest will have to punt the ball away.
Aiden Conley, the intended receiver.
A drive that started off pretty well, unfortunately ends in no points.
You're right, Jake. It was a really good drive. They started off with the run game, which was a pretty good factor. Got to about Lower Merion territory, but they just couldn't convert the 3rd and long.
And actually, they may not be punting the ball. They're in a huddle. Never mind, they are going to punt the ball. Kevin Mills will be punting the football away. The kick's away.
Mills
It's a short
punts it away.
kick, and it will go inside the 15 to the 11-yard line. A nice punt by Kevin Mills.
Punt by Kevin Mills.
It was a great kick by Kevin Mills, Jake. Having it inside their own territory, and maybe Pencrest, if they can keep doing what they did on the first drive, they could maybe try and get a safety and try and get pressure on D'Alonzo like they did on the last drive.
So the last drive, aside from the first play, which resulted in a first down, was pretty unsuccessful for Lower Merion. Let's see if Pencrest can do the same. Of course, they're coming off a dominant defensive performance in which they
First
allowed
and
0
10
points
Ball
against the
on their own
Conestoga
11.
Pioneers last week. This time, D'Alonzo's in the shotgun. Elijah Smith to his right. They're going to give it to Smith. And Elijah Smith, he's got a little bit of a lane, and he breaks the tackle and gets just outside the 30-yard line, picks up a first down. A nice run by Elijah Smith.
It was, Jake. The offensive line for the Aces was able to let Smith be able to pick up that, about almost 20-yard gain.
Elijah Smith picks up 18 for the Aces.
And it gets them it gets them some breathing room out of their own end zone.
So the ball on their own 29-yard line. They're going to go into the pistol formation. Elijah Smith will be right behind D'Alonzo. Another pass, and it's caught by Jaden Helton, and he gets out of bounds, gets a gain of 8 before stepping out of bounds.
Complete to Jaden Helton.
Well, so far for this Marion's offense, it seems like their run game has been pretty efficient, and their passing game at least getting close to the first down every single drive they've had.
So on second down, it's 2nd down and 2. About
Second
5 minutes
and
remaining
1.
in the first quarter. Same formation as the last play. They go on the run up the middle to Elijah Smith, and it's stuffed. A nice play by the defensive line.
That was a really good play by the defensive line to stop Elijah Smith for getting another big gain like on that last play they had.
So it's 3rd down and about 4 yards. Lower Merion will need to get to the 39-yard line in order to pick up a first down. So Caleb Mahalik is back in the game. That's great news for Pencrest. They're going to go with 2 safeties, Mills and Mahalik, and that looks like an offsides on the defense. Looks like one of the DNs jumped early. Let's see what the call is by the refs.
Prior to the snap, encroachment by the defense. 5-yard penalty and first down.
So a really unfortunate play. So you had a 3rd down and 4, but because of the penalty, it's an automatic first down.
That was a tough loss for the Lions defense right there. They could have had a chance to stop them on 3rd down, make it a 4th down, but jumped off sides to make it a 1st and 10.
On first down, Pencrest shows blitz. They do bring pressure, and it's caught, and that's Johnny Halley, who gets to about the 44-yard line, a gain of about 3. Setting up a 2nd down and medium.
That was actually good by the Lions defense to get the blitz and try and make Alonzo throw, be in a hurry, but only got 4 yards for the Merion offense.
And so far, D'Alonzo really clicking on his throws on this drive. Greenwood and Rocco to the outside. D'Alonzo in the pistol. They're going to go up the middle with Elijah Smith, a nice power run, and gets only about 2 yards, setting up a 3rd down and medium.
So far, Jake, I gotta say, this Lions defense is doing a really good job so far by stopping them on the run game so far, except for that 18-yard run they had earlier.
And what do you think Lower Merion does? Do you think they run the ball again, or do you think they're going to go with the pass?
If I were the Merion offense, I would try and either make them go offsides again or try and do another big run play with Smith.
It's 3rd down and 5. The ball is on Lower Merion zone 46. They need to get to the Pencrest 49 for a first. D'Alonso takes a snap. A quick throw, and it's off the hands of Greenwood, and it's 4th down.
John Getz, the intended receiver.
Overall, a nice job sending pressure on D'Alonso.
The way that play would have went down, Jake, I don't think he would have gone anywhere because he had a defender right on him.
So D'Alonso will punt the ball away. It looks like John Cosgrove will be back to receive the punt. And it's a low snap. It's off a bounce, and the ball will bounce. Did a Pencrest player touch it? It kind of looked like he did, but he did not, it turns out. And Pencrest will get the ball inside their own 20-yard line.
Nico Hahn downs the football.
Even with that low snap to D'Alonso, he was still able to get it to about the Pencrest 11-yard line.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special shout out tonight.
And I guess it's a quarterback punting the football. It helps if the long snapper were to make a bad snap like that.
You're right, Jake. Even though he's the quarterback, he is still the punter for this team. Even though it was a low snap, he was still able to get that inside the Pencrest 15-yard line.
Mahalik with a nice run, and he picks up a first down running right side. And nice blocking by the offensive line, but another great run by Caleb Mahalik. He's been doing this the entire season.
Yes, he has, Jake. And it gets them a little bit of breathing room. It gets them out of their own they're still in their own territory, but at least it gets them out of their end zone.
And Pencrest is really exposing a relatively weak Lower Merion run defense.
I actually expect the Lions offense to run a lot more this game, with you saying that about the Merion defense.
This is Chris Cello, a quarterback. He gives to Mahalik again. He gets away from tacklers, and it's Jaden Helton involved in that stop and picking up another first down. So 2 first down runs in 2 plays.
That was a really good run play by Kale Mahalik to get to the 40-yard line. The offense is abusing this Lower Merion's defense by running and making the Merion defense really tired.
First down and 10, less than 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Chris Cello is in at quarterback. Kayla Mahalik is to Cello's left. They're going to go with Mahalik for the 3rd straight play. It doesn't get much there. A gain of only about 1, setting up a 2nd down and 9.
Taj Wheeler.
And I guess when you run it 2 straight times before, the defense is kind of expecting it, especially because of what happened on the last drive.
Yeah, you're right, Jake, but the way the Merion defense has been showing has been really good for them so far. And Pencrest is abusing the run offense really great.
So it looks like Cello's in at quarterback, and they're going to keep it with Cello on the read option play, and he can't get much. The defense snipped that out beautifully, setting up a 3rd down and 7.
That was actually a good fake to Chris Cello to get the read option play, even though he didn't get much. I mean, as long as they keep running the ball, it's a good thing.
Pencrest needs to get to the Lower Merion 49 in order to pick up a first. Antonelli is out wide, and flags are down. Looks like the ref signaling a false start on Pencrest. And Pencrest already with 3 penalties early in this game. Do you think that could be a factor in the outcome?
Yes, I think it will, Jake, because flags are a big factor to this game. And especially with that play, making it 3rd and long.
Never mind, I don't think that actually wasn't a penalty. There was a timeout called by Andrew Pigeon.
Well, since it's 3rd and long, I would assume either they keep running with Mahalik or try and get a nice pass to either Sav or even maybe Mahalik.
Mahalik did catch a touchdown pass last week on a 5-yard out route early in the first quarter. So they're going to go with Chris Cello at quarterback. They're going to go in the shotgun. Caleb Mahalik to his right. Antonelli out wide. Vinny Brown in the slot. Kami also in the slot. Kami will go in motion. Cello rolls right. Not much pressure. He throws. It is intercepted. It's intercepted, and he's got a little bit of space. It's Halley. He crosses midfield, and he gets down to the Pencrest 49. That was a terrible mistake by Chris Cello.
It was, Jake, but it was a big advantage for the Merion defense to stop them on that and get that interception to stop the drive.
So a big momentum play, but of course Pencrest is still going to have to worry about getting a defensive stop. The score is still 0-0. It's anybody's game, even early.
You got that right, Jake. Still early, anyone's game.
So Greenwood will go to the outside. They're going to motion Helton to the right. They'll throw to Helton on a quick throw, and it's dropped. And it didn't even look like Helton knew the ball was going to go to him. And a miscommunication from D'Alonso to Helton.
It looked like Helton wasn't looking for the ball. It looked like he turned a little too late before the ball got to him. I think that was the reason why that was a miscue by D'Alonso to Henson.
And do you think D'Alonso maybe should have just thrown it more, like led the ball a bit better?
The way that it was going, I think I would have ran with D'Alonso just so that probably wouldn't have happened, so they at least would have gotten some yards.
Brings 4. D'Alonso will throw again. It's tipped, and it's intercepted! It's intercepted by Chris Mills. So after Chris Cello throws the interception, Pencrest gets it right back with just under a minute to go. A great diving interception by Mills.
Turnover for turnover, Jake. They give one up, we give one up.
And you know what they say, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
Yeah, you got that right, Jake. And it looks like we're about where they last started on their last drive.
So Pencrest will get the ball at their own 44-yard line. First down and 10. They motion Aiden Kami. Chris Mills rolling to his right. He throws to his right. It's caught by Kami, and he gets a first down, but a flag is down. Hopefully that won't come to haunt. Hopefully that won't come to haunt us. Let's see what the refs call. But that was a nicely designed play by Andrew Pigeon. Nice execution by the offense.
You're right, Jake. It was a really good execution by the offense to get that nice pass to get to Lower Merion territory.
Blocking the back on the offense. 10-yard penalty, still first down.
So the clock is running. It's a first down and 10. So the play will not count. Chris Mills is in at quarterback. Caleb Mahalik to his right. Now under 40 seconds to go. There's probably time for maybe 2 more plays for Pencrest to run. Sam Savis to the outside. Mills hands it off to Mahalik up the middle. And only a short
Mahalik
gain.
Up the middle.
Setting up a second down and long.
Will Savastani on the stop.
Well, that was really good by the Lower Merion defense to stop Mahalik for getting a short gain so he wouldn't get any more yards and make it a long run.
So Pencrest will not run another play. That is the end of the first quarter. The score, Pencrest 0, Lower Merion 0. Pencrest will keep the football once the second quarter commences. We'll see you after a short break.
To the track. As cross country team. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time. Congratulations to Coach Monroe and the Pencrest Boys Cross Country Team.
So, welcome back to the start of the second quarter. The score is 0-0 in case you're just joining us. It's second down and 9 at Pencrest zone 46. Chris Mills is at quarterback. They go to John Cosgrove, the backup running back, and he crosses midfield, setting up a third down and manageable.
Really good run execution by John Cosgrove to get into Lower Merion territory.
And just to remind you, we have a really big Central League game tonight. 2 undefeated teams, Garnet Valley and Springfield, will be playing at Springfield High School to determine most likely who wins the Central League. Bobby, who do you think wins that game?
I don't know, Jake. They're both really good teams. They're both 8-0 undefeated. I think it's going to be a really close game.
So Chris Mills will be going an empty backfield. He'll throw, and it's dropped by Gio Antonelli. Or not really a drop, but just a nice play by the defense. And let's see if Pencrest goes for it or not. What would you call if you were Andrew Pigeon?
Well, since it's 4th and 3, if I were Coach Pigeon, I would stick with the run game. I would either give it to Mahalik or Cosgrove because the run game has been a big factor so far to this game.
And back to the Springfield-Garnet Valley game. Of course, Springfield features Delco's leading rusher in Jaden McKenzie and the second leading passer in Jack Siniska. A very potent offense and one that will definitely be a force to be reckoned with in the district playoffs.
They're both 2 really good running backs, and I think it's going to be a really close game between them and Garnet Valley tonight.
So Caleb Mahalik will punt the ball away. Hallie will receive it, but he won't even do that as it goes out of bounds inside the 20-yard line, and another nice punt by the Pencrest
Caleb
special
Mahalik
teams.
punted to the 16-yard line.
It was a really nice punt, Jake. Having it inside about their almost 15-yard line, hopefully Pencrest can get another stop, and maybe if they can get a safety, if they can get a pass rush on D'Alonzo.
And I know it's early, but it doesn't seem like this game is going to end up being a low-scoring affair.
I actually think so, Jake. Even though it's only the second quarter, it's not none, but the way so far this game's going, I could see it being a really low-scoring game.
First down and 10, they're going to motion 4 wide receivers out. They're going to motion Jaden Helton. They'll give it to Elijah Smith. And Smith, with a nice, powerful run, but can only get to the 21-yard line, setting up a second down and about 6.
It was a pretty good run by Elijah Smith right there. If he didn't have any defenders on him, he probably could have at least gotten a couple more yards out of that run.
So it's still at the beginning of the second quarter, just under 10 minutes to go. It's second down and 4. They'll need to get across the 30 for a first. D'Alonzo in the pistol with Elijah Smith in the backfield. D'Alonzo, a deep drop. He's looking downfield. He's throwing, and it's just off the hands of Johnny Halley, and it's a third down. A nice play. It was a nice play because, of course, a couple of defenders were on him.
That was really good pass. That was really good by the defense to get the pass rush to D'Alonzo for him to throw that incompletion.
It's a big third down for the Pencrest defense, of course. Lower Merion's in their own territory. Let's see if they can get the stop. And, Chris Cello just jumped offside. So first he throws the interception and then the costly penalty. That really hurts us.
That's their second offsides penalty so far in this game, especially on third down.
So it'll be an automatic
Encroachment, defense, 5-yard penalty, First down.
So that really hurts, especially because that's an automatic first down.
It does, Jake, especially on a 3rd and 4 and their second one of the game so far.
But so far, I feel really confident in this defense that they can still make some plays. How about you, Bobby?
I think the defense has done really good so far. They've gone pass rush on D'Alonzo to throw some incompletions, and they've stopped some of their run game so far. Pretty good so far by this defense.
4 receivers out. D'Alonzo's in the pistol. They're going to go to Elijah Smith, and he's got a nice hole, but a flag is down, and that might be holding.
Up the middle.
A player's down for Lower Merion, and it looks like that's D'Alonzo, but I believe he's okay. Never mind, Chris Cello's down.
That would be a tough loss for the Lions offense if they lost one of their star quarterbacks.
Absolutely.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
So once Chris Cello gets the proper medical treatment, it'll be first down and 20, and thankfully he's getting off under his own power. Hopefully he'll be able to get back in the game.
Well, the way it looks like he's able to walk on his own 2 feet right now. Hopefully he comes back on the next play.
So right now he has his helmet off. It looks like he's going to take a breather for a couple of plays. First down and 22. The ball is on Lower Merion's own 15-yard line.
From their own 15.
Same formation. Oh, a different formation, actually. 3 receivers to the right. D'Alonzo pumps. He throws a wobbly ball, and it's caught. It is caught by Nick Rocco, and he picks up a first down across the 40-yard line, and a nice catch on a wobbly ball from D'Alonzo. But a flag is down. A flag is down, and
Flag's down.
what do you think that is?
It looks like it's in the backfield. I could say it could be another holding penalty and could make this 1st and 30.
Well, that would be pretty unfortunate for Lower Merion.
It would be, because then you're back near like your own 10-yard line.
On the defense. 15-yard penalty and automatic first down.
Wow, so they gain about 20 yards on that completion alone and tack on an extra 15. So the ball will be in Pencrest territory with a new set of downs for Lower Merion. And as we discussed earlier, these penalties may end up proving costly.
Well, it has been, Jake, so far. They had the offsides penalty earlier on that 3rd and 4, and also that 15-yard penalty, which resulted in a first down.
Pencrest is showing blitz. They're going to motion Halley. They go to Elijah Smith. He's running left side, and a nice play by the defense. It's John Cosgrove on the tackle.
Off left side. Check that is Elijah Smith off left side.
So it'll set up a 2nd down and 5.
That was actually a pretty decent run game by Elijah Smith, getting 5 yards on that play and making it about 2nd and 5. And if I were the Merion's offense right now, I'd run the ball.
And so far, Lower Merion going with a very balanced offense with a pretty equal amount of runs and passes.
And some of their plays have been on penalties as well.
So Jaden Helton will be the running back now. Elijah Smith's going to take a breather, 2nd down. D'Alonzo takes a snap. They're going to pitch it to Helton, and Helton's got a bit of speed, and he's going to get a first down across the 35-yard line of Pencrest. And Jaden Helton, the speedy receiver, looked pretty quick on that play.
That was a really good play by D'Alonzo to get the pitch off to Smith. Once again, to get that big gain and make it 1st and 10.
That looks like a pretty bad spot from the refs. I thought he got the first down. But luckily, hey, we'll take it. If you're a Pencrest player, you'll definitely take it.
Yeah, I would too. If I were Pencrest right now, I would go for the blitz and try and rush D'Alonzo to either get sacked or maybe
down
an
and short.
incompletion.
Pencrest is showing blitz, and a nice play by Brian Dewar. Never mind. But it's still a nice play by the defensive line. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Stop made by Big D, Brian DeWar.
Well, never mind. I was right the first time. It was Brian DeWar making the stop. And it looks like Lower Merion's going to go for it on 4th down. And
Yes.
we're hearing from up here that Pencrest player may have kicked the Lower Merion player. Luckily, the refs didn't call it.
Yeah, that would have been a bad play for the Lions defense. It would have been close to like their 20-some yard line if it was a penalty.
4th down and 4. They're going to go for it. D'Alonzo will take it. He's under pressure. He gets away from the rush. No! He gets to the 25-yard line of Pencrest. And they were so close to getting the sack.
Merrick D'Alonzo on the quarterback keeper. Aces pick up the 1st down.
They had 3 defensive ends rushing to D'Alonzo, but just not enough to be able to sack him, and he gets a big gain for this Merion offense.
And that was actually a really nice run by Merick D'Alonzo. His first run for positive yards of the game, and it was a big one.
Especially on 4th and 4, especially. A big play by the Merion offense.
So Pencrest is going to go with one lone safety, Caleb Mahalik. Elijah Smith is in the backfield. Nick Rocco is out wide. Hallie in the slot. D'Alonzo takes it, a quick throw, and it's dropped by Greenwood, his 2nd drop of the game.
Again, this defense is doing a really good job to getting the pass rush on D'Alonzo to force that incompletion. If I were Pencrest right now, I'd go for the blitz.
Correction, number 17 is not David Greenwood. He's Jonathan Betts, the junior wide receiver. So Jonathan Betts with 2 drops this game. So 2nd down and 10. 3 receivers to the left of D'Alonzo, 1 to the right. D'Alonzo takes a snap. He's got immediate pressure, and how did he get out of that? A Randall Cunningham-like play as he somehow gets positive yardage. How in the world did he do that?
Well, Jake, it seems like he has some speed in him for him to be able to get out of the tackle and not get sacked and get positive yards out of it.
An incredible play by D'Alonzo, but a flag is down.
Flag's down.
So that play might be all for naught.
Sideline warning on the offense.
Third and 6.
So luckily the penalty does not affect Lower Merion, or there actually was no penalty at all. So it's 3rd down and 6. The ball is at the Pencrest 20-yard line. They're going to need to get to the Pencrest 14 for a first. And a potential big stop a big stop opportunity for the Pencrest defense. Student section making noise. D'Alonzo takes a snap, a quick throw. It's caught. It's caught by Nick Rocco, who fights for the 1st down, and it looks like he's got it. A nice throw by D'Alonzo connecting with Rocco, and a new set of downs for Lower Merion.
Complete to Marcus Green.
And so far, this Lower Merion offense has been doing a pretty good job on this drive, especially D'Alonzo having 2 really big rushing plays to avoid sacks.
The drive taking almost 3 minutes off the clock. Now just 7 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter. The ball is on the Pencrest 14-yard line.
1st and 10 for the Aces. Ball on the Pencrest
Betts and Helton are out wide. Never mind, Rocco's out wide. They're going to move Betts to the left side. Elijah Smith in the backfield. D'Alonzo at quarterback. A quick throw. It's caught by Johnny Hallie, and he gets across the 10-yard line and gets all the way to the 6. It's going to be close to a 1st down, 2nd down and short.
Devin Delvicio makes the stop for the Lions.
Well, so far this Merion offense has been keeping the ball efficiently, like, in their possession. Like, they've been doing really good with the run game and the pass game.
So Jaden Helton will be
Second and 1
take
for
a rest on the
Merion.
sidelines, at least for this play. They're actually going to go with the I formation, the first time that they've run that this game. Pencrest goes with a goal line defense. They give it to Smith, and a nice play by Brian Dewar, the sophomore defensive lineman.
That was really good by the Pencrest defense to stop Smith from getting any yards, and it looks like it may have been a loss of yards.
Aces lose 2.
Well, Brian Dewar is one of the best players on the Pencrest defense, and he really showed it there.
Yes, he has, Jake. So far, he already has 2 tackles so far tonight. He's also a big factor for this Lions defense.
So it's third down and 3.
3rd and 3 for the Aces.
Betts is out wide. Helton in the slot. And Elijah Smith in the backfield in the pistol formation. D'Alonzo keeps it in a nice play. A nice play made by the Pencrest defense.
Jake the Snake Quinn knocks it down for
It was
Pencrest.
Jake Quinn who made the play, and it's 4th down.
Really good play by Jake Quinn to deflect that pass from D'Alonzo so it wouldn't go any further. Good stop by the Lions defense.
And D'Alonzo, who played excellent on this drive, unfortunately can't put up a touchdown, and that might end up hurting Lower Merion.
You're right, Jake. It might. It's especially having those 2 big run plays by D'Alonzo, especially getting out of their
Aces
sacks.
ball, timeout.
So a timeout called by Brian Scopoliti. And again, Pencrest really playing that you bend don't break defense. Don't bend don't break defense philosophy.
Yes, they have, Jake. So far, their defense has been a really big factor in tonight's game, with that interception earlier in the first quarter, and just big stops by the defense to stop the run game and getting pass rushes on D'Alonzo.
And it really shows the resilience of a team when, again, you get a couple of unlucky breaks, but you still hold them, you still keep them out of the end zone.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome our alumni back to Pencrest. Visit the White Tent for great food, great company. Welcome all. Hosted by the Pencrest Gridiron Football.
So 4th down, they're actually not going to send out the field goal unit. They're going to go for it. So a huge opportunity for Pencrest defense to get off the field, allowing
4th
nothing.
and 3
And how
for
huge would
Lower
that
Merion.
be?
That would be really huge, Jake, especially on this play right here.
Whistles are being blown by the refs. Looks like another timeout's being called.
Pencrest calls timeout.
This time it was Andrew
On
Pitchett
October
calling the
28th,
timeout.
The cheerleaders are hosting their first trunk or treat event at Pencrest High School for children in 5th grade and younger.
And once again, this is the homecoming game. So at halftime, the selections of the 2017 homecoming court will be announced. And tomorrow from 7 to 10 p.m., the homecoming dance will be taking place in the Pencrest cafeteria.
The Pencrest cheerleaders thank you for your support on their road to nationals.
This is a big night for the homecoming king and queen.
And of course, homecoming's always a big moment at any high school or even any college.
You're right, Jake. Especially having the dance tomorrow night. It's just for kids to have a good time tomorrow night, especially after seeing a game like this tonight.
4th and 3 for the Aces.
4th down and 3. It's on the Pencrest 7. Let's see if the defense can make a goal line stand. They're going to go under center with this play. Elijah Smith in the backfield. Pencrest showing blitz. D'Alonzo, he's going to throw, and it is, oh my goodness! It was tipped and caught for a touchdown by Jaden Helton. Are you kidding me?
Touchdown.
How did that happen? That's ridiculous.
The way it looked like it was going to be an incompletion, but Jaden Henson was able to keep an eye on that ball and be able to catch it and keep both feet in bounds to get the touchdown for the Aces.
Like, are you kidding? It was tipped by the Lower Merion zone player and then caught for a touchdown. A horrible break for the Pencrest defense. That was Victor Fayar. Oh, and D'Alonzo, I'm not really sure what that was. I guess they were going for a fake, I guess. And it'll remain 6-0.
Really good by the
Extra point is
Pencrest
not converted.
defense to spot out the fake by D'Alonzo for them to get the rush and sack them and hold them to 6-0.
So with just under 5 minutes to go, the Lower Merion Aces score the first touchdown of the game and first points,
on the stop.
making it 6-0.
It's still a
Ladies
pretty
and
close
gentlemen, we'd like
game,
to welcome
even though
back
the Aces just
newly
scored.
inducted
Pencrest could have a
Hall of
chance to score in
Famer,
their next drive.
Carolyn Acock
So once
Duff,
Pencrest gets
who's
the ball back,
inducted into the
do you think they're going to do the
Pencrest
same
Hall of
thing,
Fame
keep
today?
running the
Let's hear it
football, or do you think
for
they're going to go with more of a
Carolyn Acock Duff.
pass-oriented offense?
I really think that they are going to keep with the run offense, because so far the run offense has been a really big factor so far with this Merion defense.
So Merrick D'Alonzo will be kicking the ball off for the Lower Merion Aces. Caleb Mahalik is back deep to receive the kick. Pencrest has one timeout remaining and will get the ball with 5 minutes left. The kick is away and it's a short kick. It's going to be, Caleb Mahalik's got to pick it up, and luckily he does. Let's see what he can do with it. And that was an unfortunate kickoff return right there, but luckily it's out of harm's way and Pencrest keeps the football.
Mahalik on the return.
Well, with that, they're like 2 or 3 yard line. They need to get some breathing room so that this Merion defense doesn't stop them to get a sack and potentially a safety. But right here, I would go for a pass to try and get a little bit of breathing room so they're not like really deep into their end zone.
So they're going to go with the formation that they were using at the beginning of the game. Chris Cello's in at quarterback. They're going to go with Caleb Mahalik. And a nice run by Mahalik, and he picks up a first.
That's Caleb Mahalik.
Once
out
again,
across the
Caleb
20-yard
Mahalik
line.
just completely obliterating this Lower Merion rushing defense.
You got that right, Jake. Especially Mahalik getting the Lions offense some breathing room to get them out near their own end zone. Great play by the Lions offense right there.
First down and 10, same formation. They're going to go with misdirection play to John Cosgrove, and Cosgrove gains a couple of yards, setting up a second down and medium.
A good stop by the Merion defense, so Cosgrove wouldn't get a lot of yards, but it was a good run by the offense right there to at least get at least a couple yards on the run.
So Pencrest going with a lot more balanced of a rushing attack than last game. Last game they were just giving the ball to Caleb Mahalik, and this time they're going to go with a variety of backs, including Mahalik, Cosgrove, and Antonelli. This time they're going to go with Mahalik on the pitch, and he doesn't gain much, so it's going to be a third down and 5.
Goodman on the stop.
And listen to this student section go, huh?
You got that right, Jake. Even though it's only 6-9, I mean, it's still a really close game.
Yeah, it's really anyone's game now.
It is. It's like the student section is seeing so far a really good game so far.
Absolutely. Chris Cello is in the gun. John Cosgrove to his right. Cello will throw it. He's got a little bit of time, and he throws over the middle, and he had an open man. That was Sam Sav, but he couldn't connect, and it's fourth down.
Sam Sav.
Oh, if he had connected, that would have been a touchdown.
Yes, it would have, Jay, because that was a really good throw by Chris Cello right there.
Yep.
That would have been a great catch by Sav if he caught that.
Sam Sav had nobody on him. And an unfortunate play from Pencrest. So Caleb Mahalik's going to punt the ball away on fourth down. Johnny Howley will return the football. He's not playing very deep. And it's tipped. It looks like it was partially tipped by Lower Merion. And no one's going to touch the ball, and it'll be downed by Nick Beneke at the 40-yard line of Lower Merion. So the Pencrest defense will get back on the field after only being off the field for about a minute. And Lower Merion will get it at its own 40-yard line. So the score is 6-0. 3 minutes, 17 seconds remaining in the first half. It's first down and 10.
First and 10 for the Aces. Ball on the 39-yard line.
It's Rocco out wide to the left. Betts out wide to the right. D'Alonzo takes a snap. It's a low snap, but he gets it away to Jaden Helton, and he's got some speed. Jaden Helton getting across the 30-yard line, and he finally gets tackled by Chris Mills, and he gets all the way to the 20-yard line. A huge gain off the bubble screen from Helton.
It really was, Jake. That pass by D'Alonzo was right on target, and they had enough blockers for Henson to be able to get to the Pencrest 20-yard line.
And again, I talked about at the beginning of the game how much of a playmaker Jaden Helton can be. He's really making plays tonight.
Especially on that play right there.
Ball on the Pencrest 20.
So a new set of downs for Lower Merion. They're going to hand the ball off to Elijah Smith, and another nice play by Brian DeWar, being involved on multiple tackles for loss.
Brian DeWar on the stop.
So far, the defense has done a really good job by stopping this Merion run game so far this quarter.
Second and 13 for Lower Merion.
So after the loss of 3, it'll be second down and 13. The clock is running. So Lower Merion will be in the pistol. D'Alonzo rolling right. He's being pressured. He throws right side, and did he get his feet in bounds? What are the refs going to say? It was a catch by Johnny Howley. And it looks like he did. A nice catch by Howley.
Pass is complete to Ian Goodman.
So it's a third down and short.
Good thinking by D'Alonzo to get out of the pass rush and be able to get it to his wide receiver and make it a short third down.
So far, Merrick D'Alonzo has made some really nice reads tonight. Sorry, Merrick D'Alonzo. Third down and 1. A big stop opportunity for Pencrest. They're going to go 3 wide receivers to the left. Betts, Helton, and Howley. And a timeout is going to be called.
Aces call timeout. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to...
So Lower Merion with just 1 timeout remaining with 2 minutes, 14 seconds left.
Pep rally.
And do you think Lower Merion runs the football, or do you think they're going to go with the pass?
I really think that they would stick with their run game because so far their run game has been really efficient for them so far.
I agree with you. With only a yard, it doesn't make sense for him to pass the football, even though Merrick D'Alonzo has been making some nice throws tonight. Just keep the ball on the ground and pick up the first.
And especially his run game to avoid some big sacks earlier in this game.
And if you're Pencrest, would you bring pressure?
Yes, I would bring a blitz to get Alonzo under pressure, make him rush, and try and get an incompletion or a stop to make it 4th and 1.
Third and 1 for the Aces.
Merrick D'Alonzo takes a snap. It's a pitch to Helton, and oh, what a play by the Pencrest defense. And it's 4th down. It's Jake Quinn on the tackle. Pencrest doing a really good job with their run defense tonight.
Yes, they are, Jake. Especially on that was a really huge stop by the defense to make them short of the first down.
So Lower Merion is not going to bring out the field goal unit. They're going to go for it. And what do you think about this call?
I think that they should just go for the points to make it 9-9, because just in case, like, if anything happens, maybe a big sack occurs or a big stop in their run game.
It's 4th down and 6.
4th and 6.
Betts, Helton, and Halley are to the left of D'Alonzo. Merrick D'Alonzo takes it. He's throwing end zone. It is knocked away at the last second.
Incomplete.
What a play by the Pencrest defense.
Green, the intended receiver.
Really?
And thank goodness that it wasn't a catch.
Because that would have been
No,
rough for this
coverage.
defense. But thank God it was a really good stop by this defense to hold them on 4th down and regain possession.
So Pencrest gets the football at their own 16-yard line. 1 minute and 13 seconds remaining in the half. It's 1st down and 10. They motion out Kami to the right. They will throw to Mahalik, and that will be a huge, all the way. He almost got tackled in the end zone for a safety, and not a very good play at all for the Pencrest offense.
Well, I thought that screen would have been a little more efficient, but it ended up being a loss of yards for this Pencrest offense.
So now I really wouldn't even think you're trying to score here. You're just trying to keep the ball out of the end zone.
Yeah, you got that right, Jake.
And they're spotting it at the 7-yard line. An interesting spot by the refs. I guess they're going to give him forward progress.
2nd and 15.
Chris Mills in the shotgun. Caleb Mahalik to his left. Mills, they'll go to Mahalik. Mahalik running right side, making sure to protect the football, and gets across the 20-yard line. Less than 20 seconds to go. And let's see if they're going to score. They're going to try and run another play, but a flag is down first at about the 3-yard line.
It looks like it may be a holding penalty or a legal block in the back on the offense. That'd be devastating for this Lions offense.
Refs are discussing what the penalty will be.
Personal foul on the defense. 15-yard penalty. Keep secondary.
Well, that's pretty beneficial, but only 13 seconds left. Do you think they try to score, or do you think they're just going to take the ball to halftime?
I think that they should maybe try and get a big play right here, but I think they're just going to kneel on the ball and go right into halftime.
Well, regardless of what they end up doing, Andrew Pigeon's going to have a lot of positive things to say.
You got that right, Jake. So far, his run offense and his defense have been a really big factor in tonight's game so far.
I'd be very happy with Pencrest or with how they're playing if I were Andrew Pigeon.
They have been playing really well tonight so far.
The only touchdown was on pretty much a fluke play, in my opinion.
And then the field goal was stopped by the defense, which was a fake.
1st and 10 for Pencrest. Ball on the 36. 13 seconds remaining in the first half.
Looks like Pencrest is going to try to do something. They go with 4 receivers out wide. Mills is back. He's got a lot of time. He's going to go throw it short. It's caught by Sam Sav, and he will get out of bounds with 4 seconds to go. So in Lower Merion territory, it might be possible to go for a Hail Mary. That's pretty much all you can do right now, because you can't really run another play.
Yeah, you can't run, you can't pass, because then it just keeps the clock running.
So this will be the last play of the first half. Lower Merion 6, Pencrest nothing. Antonelli is out wide. Mills steps up in the pocket. He's still on his feet. He's going to throw, and it will be almost intercepted by Rocco, and that'll take us to halftime. The score, Lower Merion 6, Pencrest 0. The only touchdown on a Jaden Helton reception. And we will see you after first the selection of the homecoming court and the performance of the Pencrest Roaring Lions Marching Band. We look forward to seeing you after halftime.
Ladies and gentlemen, Pencrest High School and the Rose Tree Media School District are proud to present the Pencrest Roaring Lions Marching Band! The band is under the direction of Craig Snyder, Assistant Director, Drill Designer and Arranger Alan Areno, Color Guard Coordinator Leanne Fields, Percussion Coordinator William Bluebow, Music and Visual Assistants Alex Scully, Kelly Webster, and Martin Houlihan. Guard Assistants Kimberly Kinden, Angie Mascaro, and Brian Rosa. Percussion Assistants Tim Keegan and David Hearn. Your drum majors are Erica Westcott and Robbie Marillac. The Pencrest Roaring Lions are pleased to perform their 2017 field show, Hidden Symmetry, featuring music by Jenny Wood, Tantric, Alan Reno, and Andra Day. Ladies and gentlemen, the Pencrest Roaring Lions Marching Band! Ladies and gentlemen, the Rose Tree Media School District, the Board of School Directors, Superintendent James Wygo, the Pencrest administration, faculty, staff, and students welcome you to the 2017 homecoming ceremonies. We would also like to welcome back the 2016 homecoming queen, Maggie Nolan. Hi, Maggie. The 2016 homecoming king, Owen Miller, was unable to attend tonight's ceremony. And now, announcing the 2017 Pencrest High School homecoming court. The first candidates for king and queen are Avery Lederer and Lucy LeBourgeois. Lucy enjoys participating in school activities such as class council, FBLA, and track and field. In her free time, she enjoys babysitting, spending time with friends, and baking. She plans to attend college and study international business in Washington, D.C. or Boston, and hopes to become trilingual. Lucy is being greeted by her father, Fabrice LeBourgeois. Avery is captain of the cross-country and track team and has won a state medal in the 3,000-meter race. He is also a member of the 2018 class council and regularly volunteers for Healthy Kids Running Series. In the future, he plans to compete collegiately at a selected Division I university. Avery is being greeted by his mother, Lisa Lederer. The next candidates for King and Queen are Chris Jackson and Abigail Schwartz. Abby is a Physics Olympics captain, student council representative, Women's Empowerment Club president, Enviroton team captain, and 2017 International NCF Enviroton champion. In her free time, she enjoys reading and volunteering at the Media Food Bank. Abby hopes to attend college to study economics and environmental science. Abby is being greeted by her father, Alex Schwartz. Chris is a drumline section leader for the Pencrest Roaring Lions. During his free time, he mostly drums, but also enjoys skateboarding and snowboarding. He has marched in a world-class drum corps for the past 2 summers and served as a section leader. He was recently accepted into the U.S. Army All-American Marching Band. In the future, he plans to attend Temple University and study finance. He is being greeted by his mother, Tracy Jackson. The next candidates for King and Queen are Robbie Marilat and Erica Westcott. Erica is one of the drum majors of the marching band and also plays flute and piccolo. She is a member of the National Honor Society, World Language Honor Society, and History Honor Society at Pencrest. Erica plans on attending college to study pharmacy after high school. She is being greeted by her father, Chris Westcott. Robbie's activities include Pencrest Marching Band drum major, captain of the Ultimate Frisbee team, and participating in several honor societies. In his free time, he enjoys writing poetry, playing basketball, and working at Chick-fil-A and playing his saxophone. In the future, he plans on attending college and studying mechanical engineering. Robbie is being greeted by his mother, Jackie Marilat. The next candidates for King and Queen are David Tomlinson and Miranda Cropper. Miranda is captain of the girls' soccer team and is also a member of the girls' lacrosse team. She participates in Physics Olympics and Pencrest Ski Club. She plans to attend college next year and hopes to major in biology. She is being escorted by her father, Randy Cropper Sr. David is a member of the National Honor Society and World Language Honor Society. He loves music and has played alto saxophone in the band all throughout high school. He serves as the saxophone section leader and plays piano in jazz band. He is a member of the swimming and diving team and plans to study neuroscience in college. David is being greeted by his mother, Donna Tomlinson. The final candidates for King and Queen are Christopher Hong and Sophia Falcone. Sophia is an active member of Pencrest High School. She is a captain of the Pencrest dance team and a violinist in the Pencrest String Ensemble. As a member of the Angela Bates Dance Academy Company, she travels and competes year-round. In the future, she plans to study marketing, communications, and dance. Sophia is being escorted by her father, Joe Falcone. Christopher is a first-degree black belt in Tang Soo Do. He's also a violinist and treasurer for the Pencrest Orchestra Ensemble. He is currently employed at his family business. His future plans are to study mechanical engineering. Chris is being greeted by his mother, Carrie Hong. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give one more big round of applause for our 2017 Pencrest High School Homecoming Court. And now, the moment you have all been waiting for. We are pleased to announce the 2017 Pencrest High School Homecoming King, Chris Jackson. And the 2017 Pencrest High School Homecoming Queen, Miranda Cropper. Let's hear it one more time for our King and Queen, Chris Jackson and Miranda Cropper. And one more time, let's hear it for our 2017 Pencrest High School Homecoming Courts.
Yeah, I'm good. No, I'm good. I'm alright, actually.
being.
Pencrest?
Yeah.
Too many mistakes, penalties.
That's true.
Untimely.
But the touchdown was a fluke. It was pretty.
I kind of lost it. I was filming, but it's hard to see through that screen. It was tipped, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
It was tipped and then caught.
It was tipped by I think their own player, and then their wide receiver caught it and kept both feet in bounds, which was actually surprising.
Really stop shooting ourselves in the foot. We moved the ball. We're running the ball well.
We are.
Our passing game's not really producing anything.
No.
But we got the ball here. We got to return this kick, and we got to go score.
We do.
Right here. We make the point. We're up.
We do. That's all we have to do. Score. Exactly.
What happened on the extra point?
Great, you guys.
I'm a senior.
You're doing a good job. What do you have? What's their like?
What happened on the extra point?
What?
What happened on the extra point?
I don't know. I guess that's why they were trying to field off. Oh, it was the bad snap. I mean, it was a bad snap. It was a high snap, and he didn't do anything. He didn't try and throw it or something. I just saw someone wearing the Maverick
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the Pencrest Roaring Lions Marching Band! Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's 50-50 number. Winner will take home $178. Get your tickets out. The number is 244-5216. 244-5216.
And welcome back to the second half of play. Pencrest will get the ball to start the second half, and so far this is looking like a very winnable game for the Lions.
Yes, it is, Jake. Even though it's only 6-0, they still have a whole half to try and get some points on the board.
Marik D'Alonzo will kick it off. And it's a very, very short kick. A terrible kick by D'Alonzo, and Pencrest will get the ball with great field position at their own 49-yard line. Already a great way to start the second half. And the PA announcer said it was an onside kick. That didn't even look like an onside kick, at least for me.
It kind of looked like that it went off the side of his foot at the angle that we're at.
So first down and 10, first play of the second half for
First
Pencrest.
and 10 for the Lions.
Sam
Ball
Sav is
on
out wide.
49.
And Chris Cho will be a quarterback, and they're going to give it to Caleb
Cho
Mahalik
gives
up the
to
middle,
Mahalik up the middle.
and a nice run, almost picking up a first down.
Taj Wheeler on the stop.
A pretty good run right there by Caleb Mahalik to get the chains going for this Pencrest offense in Lower Merion territory.
So second down and 2. Already, it's in Lower Merion territory after just one play after the bad kick by D'Alonzo. G. Antonelli and Sam Saver out wide. They hand it off to Mahalik again, and Mahalik doesn't get much, but may have gotten enough to pick up the first down. That was a pretty nice play by the Lower Merion defensive line.
Yes, it was, Jake. To stop Mahalik on that second and short and to make it third and short, that was a great stop by the Merion defense right there.
Third and short for the Lions.
And the student section doing the famous Lions cheer on now third down and 1. They're going to need to get to the 41-yard line for a first. Already very close. And a powerful run by Caleb Mahalik, and he picks up the first down.
Caleb
A huge
Mahalik
third
picks up
down
the
conversion as they're
first
trying to
down.
get into the end zone on their first drive of the game. Or of the half, I should say.
That'd be really nice, Jake, especially starting at really good field position on that onside kick by D'Alonzo. It would be nice if they get some points on the board on this drive right here.
So a new set of downs for Pencrest. The ball is on the Lower Merion 39-yard line. They bring pressure, and it's a play-action play, and it's caught by John Cosgrove, and he gets upended by the Lower Merion defense. That was Johnny Halley on the stop, and a gain of 0 yards.
Well, at least they got back to the line of scrimmage on that play, Jake, and not a loss of yards on that.
Ian Goodman on the stop.
So Chris Cello will be in once again at quarterback for a second down and long. Lower Merion will go with one safety. They give to Mahalik, and Mahalik follows his blockers and finds a small hole, and that still picks up a first down.
Mahalik up the middle.
A great run once again by Mahalik.
So far, Mahalik has been a really big factor in this game tonight. He's had a pretty big chunk of run yards so far in this game so far. Doing pretty good for this Lions offense.
As he has pretty much every game. I mentioned he has over 500 rushing yards on the season. One of the top running backs in a very talented Delaware County. And a Lower Merion player is down, and he looks to be in pain. Uh-oh. And now going back to some of the homecoming selections, some really accomplished names on there, including a U.S. Army All-American marching band member, a captain of a national championship-winning Envirothon team, and the undisputed leader of a very successful cross-country team. Pretty impressive, huh?
Very, Jake, very. Especially for this kind of homecoming, you have some really important people going that got nominated for the home corps. Great job for these people to get selected by the senior class.
And I think it's pretty cool that some of these people with really big accomplishments in their high school careers got nominated for such a big honor.
You got that right, Jake. It is a huge honor. Huge honor for these.
It's Taj Wheeler who is limping off the field very, very gingerly. He has to be assisted by his trainer. That doesn't look good for Wheeler.
It looks like it could have been a leg injury or maybe an ankle sprain. That'd be a big loss for the Merion defense.
Absolutely. Because he just made that one play earlier on this drive. Well, let's hope Wheeler's okay.
Yeah, let's hope so.
But in the meantime, Pencrest will go to their full house formation which they had been running very effectively in the first half. Caleb Mahalik's in the backfield. Sam Sav is out wide to Cello's right. They're going to go to Mahalik. Uh-oh, and Caleb Mahalik's with a beautiful run and gets all the way to the 5-yard line, setting up a first down and goal. A gain of about 25 yards. A beautiful play by Caleb Mahalik.
So far this half, Caleb Mahalik has ran for at least 40-plus yards so far. That's a really good start to the second half for this Lions offense.
He's been carving up this Lower Merion defense.
Yes, he has, Jake. Yes, he has.
So first down and goal from the Lower Merion 7-yard line. One safety for Lower Merion. They're going to go with a read option with Chris Cello, and he gains a couple of yards.
Cello on the keeper.
What do you think they do on this second and goal play?
Well, since they're on the Lower Merion 5-yard line.
Chris Cello is down. He's down, and that doesn't look too good.
That's the second time that he's been on the ground so far.
And the Pencrest players showing respect to their teammate by taking a knee.
This would be a huge loss for this Lions offense if Cello can't return to the game.
Yes, it would.
Hopefully he's all right.
And the crowd in attendance showing their respects by applauding as he walks off the field. So in the meantime, Chris Mills will be back in at quarterback. They're going to go with the full house formation again. Antonelli and Cosgrove to the left and right of Chris Mills respectively. Caleb Mahalik behind him. They're going to give to Caleb Mahalik actually. In a nice tricky run formation. And he will get to the 2-yard line, and it'll set up a 3rd and goal.
If I were the Lions offense, I would just keep running the ball because you're at your own 2. You don't want to have a chance of your pass being
3rd and goal.
intercepted.
Let's see if they can get in the end zone. The give to Mahalik, and he is in for the touchdown. Caleb Mahalik, and it's a tie football game. A great drive by Pencrest.
You got that right, Jake. They started at Lower Merion's 49-yard line on that miscue by D'Alonzo, which set them up for this pretty good drive to score and tie this game up at 6.
And also great powerful running by Caleb Mahalik.
Yes, you got that right, Jake. Caleb Mahalik had a really good run this drive.
So Kevin Mills will be on to take the extra point. Good snap, good hold, and the kick is drilled. 7-6 with just over 8 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. And Pencrest has life.
7, Lower Merion 6.
What a great drive by this Pencrest offense, especially by Caleb Mahalik. Having at least 40-plus rushing yards in this half so far. What a great start to the second half for this Lions offense.
And Caleb Mahalik gets a drink on the sidelines. I don't blame him. He ran a lot, and he ran hard.
He did run really hard. He had some really good running plays.
So Kevin Mills will be on to kick the ball off to Jaden Helton. He races back, sets his feet, and he will boot it. It's a short kick. Oh, it's dropped for the moment, but it's picked up by Lower Merion. And they get across the 30-yard line and will be stopped at the 34. So that's where Merrick D'Alonzo will start Lower Merion's first offensive drive of the half. So far, he's thrown 1 touchdown and 1 interception.
For the Lions.
But overall, those stats don't really tell the whole story. He's been playing exceptionally well tonight.
He has, Jake. He's avoided 2 big sacks earlier in the first half of this game, and a lot of those avoided sacks were for big yards that sent them into our territory.
And also his receivers have dropped a couple passes. A play action, and it's caught by Jaden Helton, his first, or a couple of receptions for him this game, and a flag is down, and I think that's a face mask.
Pass is complete to Jaden Helton. Flags down.
Let's see what the refs call.
Face 5 yard on the defense.
And again, just like the first half, Pencrest hurting themselves with costly penalties on just the first play of Lower Merion's first drive of the half.
I'm telling you, these penalties are going to haunt the Pencrest defense and offense and the rest of the half of this game. They gotta keep that up. They gotta stop with all the penalties.
First and 10 for the Aces.
So after the penalty, a new set of downs. Lower Merion will take over on their own 46-yard line. Elijah Smith's in the backfield. Jaden Helton's out wide to the left. D'Alonzo throwing, and it is caught by Nick Rocco. And Nick Rocco gets a first down. And a nice play after the first initial contact to get all the way to the first down markers.
You got that right, Jake. That was really good eye coordination by D'Alonzo to get to Henson to set up that big completion into Pencrest territory.
And another Pencrest player is down.
That's 2 so far this quarter. Yeah, Chris Cello, and now.
Yeah, and remember Mahalik earlier in the game? It's number 13 for Pencrest that's down. And this time, both teams have players taking knees.
This looks serious.
Yeah. And we really hope he's okay, even though even if he were playing for the enemy, we'd still wish he was okay. But especially because he's playing for us, we want to make sure that he's at least healthy, just generally healthy.
Maybe he got the wind knocked out of him.
And so far, on just the first couple of plays, Pencrest defense hasn't looked great. Do you think Andrew Pitchen could use should make some defensive adjustments?
I think that he should stick to what they are doing now, and they just got to try and get back into the game after that 15-yard penalty face mask. They just got to try and get back. They just got to get back into it. That's all.
First down and 10. Ball is on Pencrest 46-yard line. Sorry, 44-yard line. D'Alonzo pumps. He throws right side, and the receiver slipped, but it wouldn't have got to him anyway. The pass is incomplete, and it's second down and 10.
Helton, the intended receiver.
Really good defense right there to stop D'Alonzo to get that pass completed.
Qualifying Pencrest volleyball team in opening round action at Mount St. Joseph's on Wednesday, October 25th at 7 p.m. Let's hear it for our Pencrest volleyball team.
So second down. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. A quick throw by Merrick D'Alonzo is over the head of Betts, and it's third down.
Pass is incomplete. O'Connor, the intended receiver.
So an opportunity for Pencrest defense to get off the field and give the ball back to the offense.
Yeah, you got that right, Jake. 2 incomplete passes in a row by the Merion offense.
And that won't, and both of them were bad throws. It wasn't like the receiver really even had a chance to make the catch.
No, he didn't. He did not have a chance.
Third and 10
On
for the
third
Aces.
down and 10. The Aces need to get to the Pencrest 34-yard line. D'Alonzo takes a snap. He's got some time. He's going deep left side, and it is caught. It's caught by Nick Rocco down to the 5-yard line, and a huge play for the Aces. A gain of over 30 yards.
What good concentration by
38-yard pass
D'Alonzo.
D'Alonzo to Helton. Aces pick up the first down.
That was a really good pass by D'Alonzo to get to Helton, to get them into the Pencrest red zone.
It sure was. First down and goal from the 5. They go to Elijah Smith, and another nice play by the Pencrest run defense.
Elijah Smith
It's
up the
been
middle.
done a really good job of containing Elijah Smith all night.
Yes, it has, Jake. Elijah Smith only had that one big run in the first quarter,
Smith picks
and
up
ever
2.
since, the Pencrest defense has done a great job of stopping him.
Second and goal. Ball on the 4-yard line.
So second down and goal on Pencrest's own 4-yard line. This time they're going to go with 3 receivers to the right and 1 to the left. Merrick D'Alonzo, low snap, slant is broken up, and it is tipped, and it will not be intercepted
Pass
or
is
caught either
incomplete.
way. The pass is incomplete. A nice play by the Pencrest defensive back.
It was a really good stop by the Pencrest back. It stopped the Merion offense from getting that touchdown, and great defense to get the ball tipped up in the air to try and intercept that ball.
And it was almost intercepted. Now third down and goal. Pencrest is going to need to make a big goal line stand here to force a fourth down. And on fourth down, do you think Lower Merion would go for it, or do you think they would kick a field goal?
The way that Lower Merion has gone so far, I think they're going to go for it. They haven't sent out the field goal unit once, so I expect them to go for it here.
Third and goal for the Aces.
2 receivers to each side. They're going to motion Howie to the right. Snap to D'Alonzo. He throws. It's caught for a touchdown. It's Nick Rocco. And it's
Pass is
12 to
complete
7.
Marcus Green in for the Lower Merion touchdown.
And that was a tremendously designed play by Brian Scopoliti.
Yeah, Jake, that was a really good play by Scopolini right there for D'Alonzo to pass it to one of his wide open wide receivers to get in for the touchdown and Lower Merion to take the lead.
So Lower Merion's not going to kick the extra point after that Gaffey on the last extra point they attempted. They're going to go for 2 to make it a 7-point game if they can convert.
Aces going
Let's
for
see
2.
if Pencrest can get this stop. They're showing blitz. D'Alonzo takes a snap. He's under pressure. He's throwing left side, and it's caught by Elijah Smith. And the 2-point conversion is good. It's 14 to 7. And a tough break for the Pencrest red zone defense.
And the conversion is good.
That was a great pass from
6 minutes, 8 seconds
D'Alonzo
remaining in the
to
third quarter.
Elijah Smith.
Aces 14. Lions
It really
7.
looked like the defense was going to get to him, but Alonzo got the ball off just in time to get it to his running back for the 2-point score.
So the score is 14 to 7. Obviously, time is not nearly a factor. There's still 6 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
There's still plenty of time in this game. There's still plenty of time in this game for the Lions to score and make it a tie game.
So Pencrest will get the ball back. As I just mentioned, with 6 minutes left in the third. It's 14-7. I can't imagine that D'Alonso would try to kick the ball short again, would you?
I don't expect them to do another onside kick like they did last time. I expected for Alonso to try and kick it to at least our 20, 30-yard line. Because that was what led us to score in the last drive on that onside kick.
And a little bit of delay right now. Looks like the refs are discussing something with the Lower Merion players. And that's the signal to start play. Vinny Brown and Caleb Mahalik are back to receive. Chris Cho is still on the bench. And it's a very short kick, and it might go out of bounds, but it won't. It's down by Sam Sav, and Pencrest will get it on their own 27-yard line.
Sam Sav recovers it for the Lions.
And it doesn't look like Chris Cello is going to get back on the field anytime soon.
The way it looks like, if he's still on the bench, it may have been a serious injury on that last offensive drive that he had when we scored that touchdown.
So it's possible that he gets back into the game. Oh, he's grabbing his helmet right now. But in the meantime, Chris Mills will be at quarterback. Caleb Hollicks to his right. Sav and Antonelli are out wide. John Cosgrove is at the line of scrimmage. They give it to Mahalik up the middle. And another powerful run by Mahalik picks up about 4.
That's the key factor right now to this Lions offense is the run game. They have done really good so far with this run game in the second half so far. I think they should keep doing it because it's been a really huge factor to this half so far, especially by Caleb Mahalik.
Mills in the gun. They motion out Mahalik to the right. They're going to give to Mahalik once again. And Caleb Mahalik gets close to the first down marker, and it looks like he's got it. A beautiful pair of runs by Mahalik.
What a great night so far for Caleb Mahalik.
Absolutely.
He has 1 touchdown and probably has close to 100 rushing yards. What a performance for him so far, and
Close
potentially even
rushing
more.
Yards. I'd imagine he'd have 100 rushing yards by now, the way he's ran the football. Full house formation again for Pencrest. Oh, he fumbles a snap, but luckily Pencrest falls on it. It's recovered by Mills. And now it's a second down and long, but thankfully they didn't lose the fumble.
Not a good snap by the center right there. That cost us right there.
So second down and long, do you run the football again, or do you think you might consider throwing it?
Especially on this, it's 2nd and 10. I would try and run the ball, try and get some more yards.
2nd and 17, play action. Rolling left is Mills, still rolling. He's going to keep it himself. He gets past the original first down marker and picks up a first down. A great run, a gain of 20 yards by Chris Mills. We mentioned earlier, Pencrest got some very athletic quarterbacks, and Mills really showed his athleticism right there.
That was a really good run by Chris Mills. It was a good fake. They thought they were going to give it to Mahalik, but no. They gave it to Chris Mills. Chris Mills gets a huge game for this Lions offense.
So a new set of downs for Pencrest at Lower Merion's 45. Mills, the give to Mahalik. And Caleb Mahalik fighting for as many yards as he can possibly get and picks up 7.
What a great night for this Pencrest run game, especially from Caleb Mahalik, Chris Mills, John Cosgrove, and Chris Cello. Great performance by these guys so far.
Although I'm personally a fan, a football fan who enjoys watching the passing game, I can't but help appreciate how well Pencrest running the football.
3:30 p.m. Come on out.
Second down and 5 on the Lower Merion 40-yard line. They give it, they fake it to Mahalik, and it's caught by John Cosgrove. And Cosgrove gets just inside the 30-yard line, but it flags down. And that might be coming back. That would be a killer if that was on the offense.
Yes, it would, Jake, because then it would make it 2nd and 10 or 2nd and 15.
Blocking the back by the offense. 10-yard penalty, repeat, 2nd down.
And once again, another costly penalty for Pencrest. They keep shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah, I got that right, Jake. 2 big penalties so far. The face mask and the illegal block in the back.
So with the penalty, it's going to be 2nd down and 5. The play will not count. They go in the full house formation. They give to Mahalik, and he will not get anything.
Mahalik up the middle.
About 3 Lower Merion players sniff that out, and another flag is down at the 35-yard line. A game full of penalties.
The way it's looking, it could be on the defense. But I'm not sure. It could be on the defense. That would be a big break for the Pencrest offense.
Personal foul, offense.
Oh my goodness. This is unbelievable. Pencrest moving the football, but they can't move it without a penalty. It's really unfortunate.
3 big penalties so far in this half for this Lions offense. Not a good start to the second half. They just got to try and get out of their heads and move along and try and get a score.
Personal foul, offense, with disqualification.
Uh-oh. So with disqualification means a player will be ejected from the contest. That's not good news at all.
No, that's not good, Jake. I mean, an ejection, that's not good for this Lions offense.
It's Jake Quinn who is disqualified from the contest as he's walking to the locker room.
And he's been a big factor for this offense.
Yeah, he's made a couple of great run stops and that one tipped pass to bring up a 4th down earlier in the game.
That's going to be a big loss for this Lions offense.
Absolutely. So the ball will be spotted on Pencrest's own 44-yard line. Second down and long.
3rd and 21 for Pencrest.
Never mind, 3rd down and long, empty backfield. Chris Mills has a little bit of time. He throws left, and it's a beautiful catch by Mahalik. It'll be short of a 1st down, but a really nice play to get the catch by Caleb Mahalik.
That was a really big gain right there, Jake, especially on 3rd and long. It was a really good pass from Chris Mills to Mahalik.
Sorry, looks like Andrew Pitchen isn't even thinking about punting. He's going to go for it on 4th down.
I mean, I actually would, because you're down by 7. You have about 2.5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. I just keep running the ball. Try and get another big game by Caleb Mahalik.
On 4th down, they motion Kami. They're going to go with the throw. Rolling right, he throws. It is knocked away, almost intercepted. That was Ardontrell Williams on the play. Never mind, it was intercepted by Williams. So Lower Merion will get the football again with just 2 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Not a good drive for that Pencrest offense on that last drive. 3 big penalties and an interception. They just got to shake it off, hope to hold them, and get the ball back and try and score in their next possession.
First down and 10.
First and 10 for the
First play of the Lower Merion drive. Merrick D'Alonso hands it off to Elijah Smith, and yet another great tackle in the backfield by the Pencrest defensive front. Lower Merion can't do anything on the ground tonight.
This Lions defense has been a murder for this Lower Merion run game so far. They've done a really good job by stopping Elijah Smith, but they got to keep that up.
Absolutely. So 2nd down and 9.
2nd and 9.
The ball is on the Lower Merion 38-yard line. Pencrest will go with one safety. D'Alonzo, a quick throw, and it's dropped by Johnny Haley.
Intended receiver.
That's a ball that he has to catch. That was a huge miscue by the Merion offense. That's a ball that he has to catch right there.
The ball was placed right in his belly, and he couldn't make the catch. That's the third or fourth drop by the Lower Merion Aces offense tonight. Could be a big reason why they only have one win on the season.
The reason I think they only have one win is because they're giving up too many rushing yards to their opponents a lot.
3rd and 9.
3rd down and 9. Pencrest defense has a chance to get off the field. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. D'Alonzo rolling right. He's still rolling. He's going to throw, and he will. Oh, a nice play by Chris Mills. Oh, are you kidding me? A flag is down on the play.
Pass is incomplete.
Are you
Flag
kidding
down.
me? I guess it'll be a targeting penalty.
Which could actually make for another ejection for this Lions defense.
So it'll be an automatic 1st down, most definitely. And Jaden Helton is down after taking a huge hit from Chris Mills.
It could either be a late hit or targeting.
There is no flag on the play.
So the refs do make the right call, and it's 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen,
And Lower Merion will have to punt the ball away.
Off the field.
And a nice gesture by the PA announcer, Mr. Del Prado, as he acknowledges the speedy wide receiver, Jaden Helton, as he makes his way off the field.
The Pencrest defense got out of a big jam right there. They really did.
So Merrick D'Alonzo will punt the football away. Caleb Mahalik is back deep to receive the punt. And a timeout is called by the Aces. And really a nice job to hold the Aces to a 3-and-out.
You're right, Jake. They got out of a big hole right there with the penalty. Because if that penalty was confirmed, it would have been a 15-yard penalty, probably for a Lower Merion 1st down.
So luckily, the interception doesn't come back to hurt the Pencrest Lions, as they'll get the football back after just 3 plays. Oh, never mind. They're not going to punt. Oh, yes, they are. Excuse me. It's a little bit confusing when the quarterback's the punter. And he'll boot it away. A nice punt. And Mahalik will field it at his own 15. And he makes 1 man miss. He makes 2 men, 3 men miss. And he gets across the 30-yard line at first. And that's where the Lions will start their drive.
Across the 30.
A pretty good punt return by Caleb Mahalik back at his own 10-yard line to get to like the 30-some-yard line. Gives the Pencrest Lions gives them some decent field position. Hopefully they can capitalize on that.
So luckily Chris Chell is now back in the game at quarterback.
First and
Caleb
10
Mahalik's to his right. 3 receivers out wide. If he fumbled the snap, but luckily he gets back on it and gets tackled for a huge loss.
Cello taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
And although he couldn't catch the snap cleanly, it was a nice play by Chris Cello to get back on it and make sure Lower Merion couldn't get it back.
That was a good recovery by Chris Shaw to get it back to their own line of scrimmage.
So just 40 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. Clock is running. It's 14-7. Second down and 17 on
Second
Pencrest
and
26-yard
17.
line. Cello gives it to Mahalik, and Caleb Mahalik he is playing incredibly hard tonight
Mahalik up the middle.
and gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
Green and Trainer combine on the stop.
Yeah, Jake, he is. Caleb Mahawk having a really great night for this Lions offense. Probably getting close to almost 100 yards and probably averaging almost 5-6 yards a carry.
So they will not run another play. The third quarter is over. The score is 14-7. Lower Merion's on top. In this quarter, Nick Rocco scored a 5-yard touchdown, and Elijah Smith caught a pass for a 2-point conversion. We'll see you at the beginning of the fourth quarter.
As we recognize the members of the class of 1967 who are celebrating their 50th reunion tonight. This was the first class to graduate following the merger of Media and Pencrest High Schools. The 1967 football players took the team to an exciting 8-1 season, clinching a tie for the Delco Championship. Let's hear it for the class of 1967.
Welcome back to the start of the fourth quarter. In case you're just joining us, the score is 14-7. It's third down and 7 with Pencrest taking the ball on offense. Chris Cello throws high, intended for Aiden Kami, and it's fourth down. He had him open, he just couldn't complete the throw.
It looked like Chris Cello threw the ball a little bit too high for Aiden Conley to able to catch that ball.
And overall, a disappointing day for Chris Cello throwing the ball, as he threw an interception in the first quarter and missed 2 easy throws that could have gone for big gains. And now Pencrest will punt the ball away. Uh-oh, the punt is blocked. It's blocked and it's picked up by Lower Merion. And they get it at Pencrest 30-yard line. A great play by the special teams. And for Pencrest.
Pencrest 30-yard line.
You got that right, Jake. That was really good blocking
events
by the Aces special teams right there to block the punt and get it into Pencrest territory.
So after forcing the 3 and out, Lower Merion gets a short field with only 30 yards to go to the end zone.
First and 10 for the Aces. Ball on the Pencrest 30.
On first down, the give to Elijah Smith. And Elijah Smith will get to the 25-yard line, excuse me. A pick of about 6.
Pretty good blocking by the Lower Merion offensive line to let Smith be able to get that 6-yard carry and make it for a second and medium.
Second and 6.
The ball's at the Pencrest 26-yard line. Merrick D'Alonso looking left. He throws left. It's caught by Rocco. And Rocco trying to get the first down. He's very, very close. He may have gotten it.
Green on the reception. Conley on the coverage. Aces pick up the first down.
So first down and 10. The ball is on the Pencrest 20-yard line. Same formation as the last play. They hand it off to Elijah Smith, and he's running, trying to get the edge, and a great run by Elijah Smith. And now, not only are the Aces in the red zone, it's first and goal.
Dewar on the stop.
Yeah, you got that right, Jake. 2 big run plays by Elijah Smith on this drive so far. I mean, if I were the Aces, I would just keep running with them.
And I know there's still a lot of time, but another touchdown, it might seal it, unfortunately.
First and goal, ball on the 8-yard line.
First down and goal, and more flags down. It's either a false start or an encroachment. Let's see what the refs decide.
Right on the snap. Encroachment by the defense. 5 yards, repeat the down.
And yet another penalty for Pencrest.
That's 3 so far this half.
Just racking up the free yardage. First down and goal now on the 4-yard line. Pencrest showing blitz. D'Alonzo hands the ball off. It's Ardontrell Williams who intercepted a pass earlier in the game. Who gets about a yard but can't get in the end zone. It's second down and goal.
Williams on the carry.
That was really good by the Pencrest defense to hold Williams to only that 1-yard gain. Second and short,
ball on the 3-yard
and
line.
hopefully they can get a big stop right here.
Second down and goal. They're going to sneak it with D'Alonzo, and he is in for the touchdown. A quarterback sneak from Merrick D'Alonzo, and it's 20-7.
Merrick D'Alonzo on
with
the
less than
quarterback
10
keeper,
minutes to
Aces
go in the
in for
game.
Touchdown.
That was really good thinking by Lower Merion's coach right there to just do the QB sneak for D'Alonzo just to get over the middle and get the touchdown for the Aces.
So now Lower Merion up by 2 scores with under 10 minutes to go. Looks like they're going to go for 2 points here to make it 22-7. 2 receivers at each side. Elijah Smith in the backfield. D'Alonzo looks, quick throw, and it is knocked away by Aiden Kami. A nice play by him.
Pass is incomplete. Conversion is no good. Conley on the defense.
And the 2-point conversion is no good.
Pencrest's second 2-point conversion stop of the night. One earlier in the first half with the low snap from the center for the extra point, and now this one right here.
2 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter. Aces 20, Lions 7. Back by popular demand, Shark and Fish.
So the Lions will get the football back. Do you think they continue to run the ball, or do you think now that they have to come back down from 2 scores, they're going to have to start passing?
I believe even though there's 9:52 left, I think they should do a mix Friday. I think they should do a mix of running plays and passing plays. Because their run game has been really good so far, and their pass game, they've had some pretty good receptions.
Lions in dire straits right now as D'Alonzo kicks the ball away. They're going to field it at the 20-yard line. Let's see if they can make something out of this. This is John Cosgrove who gets upended by Holly as he gets across the 35-yard line.
John Cosgrove brings it back for Pencrest.
Pretty good field position for the Lions offense right there at their own 40-yard line. Hopefully they can make something out of it.
And if you're Andrew Pidgeot, when you're calling plays, you got to be thinking more aggressively at this point.
You got that right, Jake. Because you're down by 2 scores. You got to score. You got to try and get some big plays and get in that end zone.
Mills will take the snap. He's got a lot of time. He's throwing right side. He's got a wide open man. It's Sam Sav who gets across the first down marker and across midfield. A pick of about 17. And a nice play, not only to make the catch, but also break some tackles and getting some extra yards.
Good play by Chris Mills to pass the ball, use the screen to get the Sam Sav from. They get the big yardage and get into Lower Merion territory.
Mills, he's back. He's got a lot of time in the pocket. He's going to keep it himself. And he's got some speed as he hits the defender head on and
Mills
gets
on the
across the
quarterback
40-yard
keeper.
line, close to a first.
Pretty good so far. A good drive for this offense so far with that nice reception from Mills to Sav and on that nice QB option from Mills to get a nice run play.
And a nice truck by Chris Mills, looking like a running back there.
Acting like he's the
Second
defensive
and
end.
2.
Second down and 2, less than 9 minutes to go, and the ref signal to stop play. A timeout will be called by Brian Scopoliti. So far as Pencrest has been doing a nice job with their passing game on this drive.
Yes, they have, Jake, especially from Mills to have that 17-yard completion against Lower Merion territory, and for Mills to get that big gain on that QB draw to get them close to a first down.
And the football is already at Lower Merion's 39-yard line. I mean, it seems like they're going to have a lot of time if they're able to get the ball into the end zone. Which, if they keep doing what they're doing, I imagine that they could.
I think they can, Jake. As long as they keep doing what they've been doing, they can get that ball into that end zone.
Mills in the gun, Mahalik to his left, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Second down and 2, Mills taking a shot deep. He's got Mahalik who makes the catch, and he gets all the way to the 6-yard line. A huge catch by Caleb Mahalik, and it's first down and goal for the Lions.
Wow, what a great night for Caleb Mahalik. What a great night.
Mills to Mahalik. Pencrest picks up the first down.
So Mahalik with 2 receptions tonight, and they've both been 20-plus yards, or at least 10-plus yards, I should say.
So he may have especially 100-plus yards in total for both rushing and receiving yards.
First down and goal. The give to Mahalik, and he gets past the first wave of defenders, but can't get past the second as he gets tackled at the 5. Ball at the Lower Merion's 5-yard line. They have 2 plays to get the ball into the end zone. Takes a snap. He fakes it to Mahalik. He's going to keep it himself. Chris Mills is in for the touchdown. Diving in head first, and it's 20-13.
What a great
That's
fake.
Chris Mills in for the Pencrest touchdown.
What a great fake from Chris Mills to Caleb Mahalik, and Chris Mills take it for himself to get into that end zone for the 5-yard rush.
That really was beautiful. Everyone thought the ball was going to Mahalik. Mills keeps it himself, and he walks in for the touchdown.
That was a great call by Coach Pigeon right there. Great play calling tonight.
Kevin Mills on for the extra point. It's good.
Mills
And now,
puts it through the uprights.
already,
7 minutes,
Pencrest is
33
only down by
seconds
7
remaining in the
points,
fourth quarter.
and it's
Inches
7
20.
minutes, 33
Lions
seconds
up
remaining in
14.
regulation.
What a game this has come down to, Jake. Down by
Absolutely.
7, down by 6. You have about 7.5 minutes. They still have a chance. Been a really good game so far.
Well, the people who came out to see this game are really getting their money's worth.
You got that right.
Mills will kick it away. And it's a decent kick. It's fielded by Jaden Helton. And Helton gets across the 25, gets across the 30, across the 35, crossing the 40-yard line and gets almost to midfield. A great punt return by the previously injured Jaden Helton after taking a shot from Chris Mills, already back and making plays on special teams.
That was a great special teams by the Merion right there. They had some pretty good blockers for them to get near the Pencrest territory.
First down and 10, the ball at their own 45-yard line, 7 minutes, 23 seconds remaining. The score is 20-14 Lower Merion. D'Alonso takes a snap, quick throw. The curl route is caught by Nick Rocco, and he gets to the 50.
Pass is complete to Marcus Green, out to midfield.
Even though it's second and medium, about 2nd and 5, I would try and bring the house. I really would, because just in case, I would, because you can maybe try and get a rush on D'Alonso or even try and force an incompletion.
D'Alonso gives it to Elijah Smith, and he gets absolutely nothing. He actually loses yards there, a loss of 3.
A great stop by this Lions defense to make it 3rd and long. Great play by the defense right there to stop the run.
Breaks it up for Pencrest.
And really a great job by the Pencrest run defense, containing Elijah Smith the entire night. But it's 3rd down and 8. Let's see if the defense can get a big stop and get off the field. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Merrick D'Alonso looks, he's looking left, he's throwing left, he's got a man, it's dropped! It's dropped by Rocco, and it's 4th down.
Pass is incomplete. Green, the intended receiver.
If Green caught that pass, he was in for the touchdown, because he didn't have really anyone on him. He was in for the score.
And another drop by the Lower Merion offense. Well, if penalties is what's killing Pencrest, drops have been what's killing Lower Merion.
Yeah, you got that right, Jake. Another 3 and out for the Lions defense. Great stop by the defense to get the ball back and try and score in the next possession.
So after the 3 and out, Pencrest will get the ball back, looking to score a touchdown, down by 6. D'Alonso's punt. It's a pretty good one. It's downed just outside the 20-yard line, about the 19.5.
Ball out of bounds just outside the 20-yard line.
Oh, Mr. Del Prado, basically re-saying my words. But anyways, 1st down, and do you think Pencrest should go back to what they were doing on the previous drive or run the football more with Mahalik?
I really think they should do what they did on the last drive, do a mixture of plays, do a mixture of pass and running plays, because that's what made them successful on that last drive.
Aces 20, Lions a 14.
And especially with under 6 minutes left, I want to keep this clock running. They want to try and score because they have under 6 minutes left in this game.
1st and 10 for their own 20. They give it to Mahalik. Oh, they don't give it to Mahalik. They keep it with Chris Mills. 2nd down after the gain of 0 yards.
Trainer on the stop.
Second down and 10, Chris Mills. He has a lot of time. Now he keeps it himself and makes a play out of it. Across the 30-yard line, and then gets leveled by the defensive back, but picks up a 1st down in the process. A great run by Mills.
That's right, Jake. Chris Mills has had a pretty good 4th quarter so far. He's had some pretty good quarterback runs.
Pick up the 1st down.
And both of them have led them to 1st downs. They got to keep this up. Hopefully they keep doing what they keep doing.
And again, like I said before, if Pencrest can win this game and next week's game, it'll most likely put them into the district playoffs. Empty backfield for Mills. 3-man rush. But he gets away from it, and Chris Mills gets close to a 1st down after taking a shot, but picks up 8.
Mills on the keeper, Smith on the stop.
So far this quarter, Mills and Mahalik have been the key factors so far to their running game so far.
Exactly. While Chris Shell has struggled, Chris Mills has really stepped up his game.
2nd and 2 for the Lions.
On 2nd down, the ball was at their own 43-yard line. They give to Mahalik. He's got a 1st down. He's crossing midfield, crossing the 40-yard line, and another huge gain on the ground from Caleb Mahalik. He's just been doing this the entire night.
Mahalik having a fantastic night for this Lions offense.
4 minutes, 17 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter.
I really have a feeling that he has at least over 100 rushing yards about now. What a night for Caleb Mahalik.
Absolutely. This is really a breakout game for him. Mills, they're in the gun. They give to Mahalik once again, but this time the defense holds.
Mahalik up the middle.
Gang tackled by about 3 players, and
Will House and friends on the
it's 2nd
stop.
down and about 7.
Well, it looks like they got back to their own line of scrimmage. I think they should keep the run game going. Maybe if it's like 3rd and long, maybe go for maybe a screen, a slant for a good pass for some good yards if it's a long 3rd down.
Well, right now it's 2nd down.
2nd and 8.
They're inside Lower Merion territory. Mills will throw it. He throws. He's got a wide open man. It's Sam Sav, and he's got a 1st down. He stays in bounds. Now time is a crucial factor with just 3 minutes and 18 seconds to go. They're marching down the field. Now at the Lower Merion 25-yard line. A new set of downs. The clock is running. They still got a lot of time on this drive. No time, no need to panic. Lower Merion brings a blitz, but Caleb Mahalik runs through that blitz, and he's inside the 10-yard line and gets to the 5.
That's Caleb Mahalik inside the 5-yard line.
Caleb Mahalik is running through all nooks and crannies tonight. Like once again.
Another great run by Caleb Mahalik. And here, this student section right now, Jake, they are real excited to hear that Caleb Mahalik has had a really great night for this Lions offense.
Pencrest knocking on Lower Merion's door, 1st and goal from the 6. Pencrest down by 6. Chris Mills fights for the goal line, but he's stopped just short at about the 2. 2.5 to go.
Remaining in the 4th quarter.
Chris Mills will discuss the next play with his coach. And do you think they give it to do they give it to Caleb Mahalik right here up the middle?
Yeah, I think that would be a really nice play, Jake, if they give it right out to Mahalik and let him just run and see if he gets a score or not. That'd be a really huge factor for this offense to get a touchdown right here.
Now under 2 minutes to go. Mills, he fumbled it for a second, but he fights for the goal line. He's very close.
Mills on the quarterback.
He's stopped just short of the goal line. The ball will be spotted at the half-a-yard line.
Well, I think a pretty good play here would just do a QB sneak. Have Mills run out the middle and let Mills go out the middle and get the touchdown for this Lions offense.
Clock is running, under 2 minutes to go. The Lions need a touchdown.
3rd and goal for Pencrest. Ball on the 1-yard line.
They can't kick a field goal. This might be the game here. Mills in the gun. He keeps it himself. He is in. He is. Touchdown! Touchdown, Pencrest! Chris Mills! He did it!
What a great run by Chris Mills to get by the Lower Merion defense to get in for that huge touchdown.
And Chris Mills is fired up on the sidelines. It's a tie game, and the extra point will give them the lead.
What a great second half comeback by this Lions offense.
And what an incredible 4th quarter by Chris Mills.
And
both
Caleb
running
Mahalik.
and passing. Kevin Mills for the lead. Oh He got it
50,
blocked,
no good.
but a
Flag
flag is
down.
down. A flag is down on the play. He slipped on the extra point attempt. And on this turf field that Pencrest plays on, you never expect that to happen.
No, you don't, Jake. That's a first for this team. They usually get it off, but I mean, that's a first. I mean,
Prior to the snap, encroachment on right. No replay, they try.
And Pencrest survives a possible disaster. And Kevin Mills will get one more try. It's a tie game, 1:22 remaining.
it's kind of like watching the Super Bowl right now, Jake. You know?
Kevin Mills from 18 yards away for the 1-point lead. It's good! It's good! And Pencrest takes the lead with 1:22 remaining in the game.
What a great drive by the Lions offense right there to take the lead and be up by 1.
1 minute, 22 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter.
And what a game!
21.
This is a real nail biter right here, Jake. A real nail biter right here. Such a good game tonight.
And all Pencrest needs is one defensive stop, and they'll win the game.
You got that right, Jake. Either a forced turnover or a 3-and-out.
Lower Merion can win the game with a field goal, but remember they did have a disastrous extra point attempt on their one try in the first half.
Kevin Mills to kick it off for Pencrest.
Jaden Helton is back deep to receive. It is
Helton,
21 to 20. It's a squib kick. It's picked up by Lower Merion. This is Halley. And Johnny Halley gets across the 35. Gets across. Oh no! Oh no! He finally gets tackled. Thank goodness. Inside Pencrest 45. 1 minute 11 seconds to go. Remember, Lower Merion can win the game with the field goal.
42-yard line.
Yeah, that's right, Jake. They still have a chance to come and win this game. There's a minute 11 left. They're at the Pencrest 42, and there's still plenty of time.
If you were Brian Scopoliti, what would you call here?
If I were Scoonley right now, I would try and just pass the ball. Because if you run the ball and you get stopped by this Lions defense, it would be disastrous for the Lower Merion offense. So if I were him, I'd try and get some passes off.
So Brian DeWar, Nick Beneke, John Cosgrove and company will need to get this stop in order to get this win for Pencrest. First down and 10. Ball at the Pencrest 42-yard line.
For the Aces.
Just
Ball
over
at
a
the
minute to
Pencrest
go.
42-yard line.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. 3 safeties for Pencrest. Merrick D'Alonzo, he looks, he throws, it's broken up. And what a great play by the defense.
That's right, Jake. That was a really good stop by the defense to stop the completion by D'Alonzo right there.
And remember, Lower Merion only has 1 timeout remaining, so if they can't score any points on this drive, the game is pretty much over.
On the defense for Pencrest.
Yeah, that's right, Jake, especially with 1 timeout. You have about a minute or so left. They got to use their timeout wisely here.
Second down and 10. Let's see if Pencrest brings pressure here. They don't. It's a 3-man rush. D'Alonzo gets away from 1. He's still rolling right, and he will throw. It's intercepted! It's intercepted by Beneke! No, it's not Beneke, but it's an interception regardless, and Pencrest will win the game. And the student section goes crazy.
What a great game tonight.
What an unbelievable win by Pencrest.
You were down 20-7 at the start of the second half, and you scored 14 unanswered points in 2 quarters. What a great performance by this team tonight to hold out and get the W.
Absolutely.
And this keeps their playoff hopes alive. They have next week against Radnor.
So Merrick D'Alonzo, he threw for 2 touchdowns, but also threw 2 interceptions. And barring a disaster, Pencrest should come out victorious. Mills nails it.
Mills takes the knee.
And Lower Merion's not calling their first time out. I find that a bit strange. The clock's running. Under 40 seconds to go now. And now the timeout will be called. No, never mind. The timeout will still not be called.
Like, this clock's still running. They're not calling their timeout.
Under 25 seconds to go. And the game it's over. So Lower Merion will drop to 1-8. Pencrest improves to 3-6. An incredible game. Chris Mills was incredible in the fourth quarter. Caleb Mahalik carved up the defense the entire night, and a hard-fought win with a late touchdown by Chris Mills. And the game went 21-20. Lions win. For Jake Scully, Bobby Neal, and the rest of my team at Pencrest High School, I'm signing off. Go Lions!
Fantastic football game tonight. We'd like to wish all of our fans who came here to enjoy their night with us at Lewis Scott Field a very safe and pleasant good evening.